Hey people, Rainollon here. Today is another glaive, and it's the Halikar Wraith glaive. This is the heavy attack build, and let's start with the mods. So the mods I'm using on my Halikar Wraith, like every other glaive. Volatile quick return, which gives you blast radius for the heavy attack blast AoE. Galvanized Elementalist for status damage. Galvanized Reflect for heavy attack efficiency, and Galvanized Steel for critical chance. Doubles on heavy attack, which we're always going to have. And all of these mods do the exact same thing. After 4 kills, they give you something. This one gives you 120% status chance. This one gives you 80 initial combo, which is 5x all the time. And this one gives you 120% critical damage after 4 kills. Pressure Point for melee damage. Amalgam Organ Shadow for critical damage and heavy attack vital speed. Shocking Touch for electricity. And Killing Blow, melee damage on heavy attack and heavy attack vital speed. So these are the mods. For the Arcane melee influence, I do have electricity mod. Melee influence, when you proc electricity, there's a 20% chance for that electricity proc and every other status effect to spread in a 20-meter radius for 18 seconds. This is going to help us with clear. It's still like phenomenal for glaives, and I will highly recommend. Passive, 50% chance to disarm enemies when thrown, which is fine, I guess. Nothing mind-blowing. And for the stats here, is the critical chance is fine. You're going to see most of the time, I will say, yellow crits. Crit multi is slightly above average, if I'm correct. Let me just see. Yep, 2.3, which is pretty solid. Critical chance, as you can see, it's slightly below average. Stat chance is amazing. And the heavy attack, which is right over here, it's solid. It explodes in an 8-meter radius, does pretty solid amount of blast damage. It has a guaranteed chance to proc blast, which is quite good for clear. And on top of all that, if we proc electricity and then melee influence procs, we're going to spread blast, which is going to be really like satisfying for clear. And I think that's like the most important stats here. And I think I'm done. Those are the stats, the passive, the mods, the arcane, and it's a one forma setup, which is, in my opinion, that's quite good. And I think it's time for me to show you this weapon in game. I'm not going to use anything, no cats, no dogs, no sentinels, no primary, secondary, just this weapon and Ember for survivability. So, time for me to show you this weapon in game. And we are in. I'm going to keep on tossing this thing until I see a beautiful chain reaction. There it is, right there. Beautiful chain reaction, everything is dead. Oh, that's another influence proc. Especially when enemies are next to each other. It's quite nice. To utilize or use... Oh, that was really good. To use the heavy attack AoE explosion glaives, you hold your E button. Another power throw. You hold your E button, you toss it, and then you press your alternative fire mode button, which is middle mouse, to detonate it. And once you detonate it, it will just return to you. And you just keep on repeating this stuff. And you're going to clear. This glaive isn't half bad. Like, one forma setup, it works, it clears. Blast isn't like the most mind-blowing for heavy attack glaive style weapons. But you can utilize it, of course. It does fall off. I think dots are much more intimidating. There's a limit how much you can scale the blast. But it can clear, and it's going to clear all content. And of course there are better glaives than this, of course. But this glaive isn't half bad. I don't remember exactly where you farmed this thing. I think it's a bounty or something. It's one of the oldest glaives, I'll say. That's nice. Like, seeing that chain reaction is just quite nice. So I'll sit here. There are a lot of people ask me, like, why am I not using power trio? I don't like it at all. The moment you just grab your glaive and walk away, you lose all the stacks. You have to constantly toss it. Returns. Toss, return. And in the moment you just do this, it returns and you walk away, you lose the 300% throw damage. And I just don't like it. It's not really that consistent. Especially not that good in a lot of game modes and stuff. But you can utilize it, of course. If you like it, use it. Just not my style. I like tossing it, moving away, jumping over here, toss it over here, go up here, and stuff like that. I constantly move I saw a lot of people, the way they use this thing is like they camp runes, but that's like good for a couple of game modes, like I said. Mostly survival. It's usable, it's good. 300% throw damage, I think that's a multiplier, if I remember correctly. Even without it, glaives are overall powerful. I can unequip like 2 mods and glaives are still going to clear. Do better content than most primary, secondaries and melee. So who generally cares? If you like it, use it. If you don't like it, it's fine. You can utilize this build that I made. Oh, that's a nice clear. It's good. This glaive is just good. Like every other glaive, they're all good. Let's see if War spawns, to see if the Acolyte spawns. I wonder how fast. I think they will definitely die for like 1 to 2, maybe 3 tosses. I'm working on the other glaives. The Falcor, I'm working on that thing. And I did finish the Parasite one. The Petacyst, I think it's called. That one is done. And I also did test out Wolf Sledge. And Wolf Sledge glaive is also pretty solid. Alright, let me just turn off my second ability. 1 toss. Come on. 2 tosses. Yeah, there we go. 1 more. I think the electricity is the one that killed. I think Blast didn't do anything. Which I'm not surprised. But, yeah, Influence might help out if enemies are nearby for Acolytes, which they should be around. And on top of all that, if you proc the electricity, that's definitely going to kill the Acolytes. Now let's see if War is going to spawn. If not, it's fine. The clear is nice overall, it's good. I think a lot of people use only 2 glaives, which is the Zoret and the other one, the Glaive Prime. It's kinda nice to like switch around and use something else. I think the Blast version isn't half bad at all. Alright. Vor, are you going to spawn? Not a power throw. Power throw drops like candy. For gold mod. This ancient gives a ton of survivability. I got an Aya. Aya. Alright, I think has shown the weapon enough. And it's time for me to leave. So give me just a second. And we done so. That was the Halikar Wraith. It's good. If you really don't care which one is the best, use it. They are, of course, better single target DPSer glaives and clear glaives. But this one does the job pretty decently. To get this glaive, I think you have to wait for the Barketeer to come. He will sell it for you. Buy it from him. 1 Forma setup, Catalyst, and a melee adapter, and you can do the exact same thing I did. And that's it. People definitely going to ask him, did I try this with the melee doubt, I think the Arcane is called. Yes, I did. I think the single target is slightly better, but it's nothing mind-blowing. I'd rather use a primary and secondary for single target DPS than turning a clear glaive into a single target glaive, you know. But it's all up to you. If you want to use it like that, use it. And yep, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the build. Thank you yet again everybody for watching. Leave a like, sub, which will help a ton. And see y'all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.